Now, fair Hippolyta, our nuptial hour draws on apace. 4 happy days bring in another moon, but oh, methinks, how slow this old moon wanes. She lingers in my desires, like to a stepdame or a dowager, long withering out a young man's revenue.
4 days will quickly steep themselves in night. 4 nights will quickly dream away the time. And then the moon, like to a silver bow, new bent in heaven, shall behold the night of our solemnities.
We shall stir up the Athenian youth to merriments, awake the pert and nimble spirit of mirth, turn melancholy forth to funerals. The pale companion is not for our pomp. Hippolyta, I wooed thee with my sword, and won thy love doing thee injuries. But I will wed thee in another key, with pomp, with triumph, and with reveling.
Happy be Theseus, our renowned duke.
Thanks, good Aegeus. What's the news with thee?
Full of vexation come I with complaint against my child, my daughter Hermia. Stand forth, Demetrius, my noble lord. This man hath my consent to marry her. Stand forth, Lysander, and my gracious duke. This man hath bewitched the bosom of my child. Thou, Lysander, thou hast given her rhymes and interchanged love tokens with my child. Thou hast by moonlight at her window sung, with feigning voice, verses of feigning love, and stolen the impression of her fantasy with bracelets of thy hair, rings, gauds, knacks, trifles, nosegays, conceits, sweetmeats, and messengers of strong prevailment and unhardened youth. With cunning hast thou filched my daughter's heart, turned her obedience, which is due to me, to stubborn harshness. And my gracious duke, be it so she, will not here before your grace consent to marry with Demetrius. I beg the ancient privilege of Athens. As she is mine, I may dispose of her, which shall be either to this gentleman or to her death, according to our law, immediately provided in that case.
What say you, Hermia? Be advised, fair maid. To you your father should be as a god, one that composed your beauties, yea, and one to whom you are but as a form in wax. By him imprinted, and within his power to leave the figure or disfigure it. Demetrius is a worthy gentleman.
So is Lysander.
In himself he is, but in this kind, wanting your father's voice, the other must be held the worthier.
I would my father look but with my eyes.
Rather your eyes must with his judgment look.
I do entreat your grace to pardon me, for I know not by what power I am made bold, nor how it may concern my modesty. In such a presence, here to plead my thoughts, and I beseech your grace that I may know the worst that may befall me if I refuse to wed Demetrius.
Either to die the death, or to abjure forever the society of men. Therefore, fair Hermia, question your desires, know of your youth, examine well your blood, whether, if you yield not to your father's choice, you can endure the livery of a nun. For I to be in shady cloister mewed, to live a barren sister all your life, chanting faint hymns to the cold, fruitless moon. Thrice blessed they that master so their blood, to undergo such maiden pilgrimage. But earthlier happy is the rose distilled, than that which withering on the virgin thorn grows, lives, and dies in single blessedness.
So will I grow, so live, so die, my lord, ere I will my virgin patent up, and to thy lordship, whose unwished yoke my soul consents not to give them sovereignty.
Take time to pause, and by the next new moon, the sealing day betwixt my love and me, for everlasting bond of fellowship, upon that day, either prepare to die for disobedience to your father's will, or else wed Demetrius as he would, or on Diana's altar to protest for austerity and single life.
Relent, sweet Hermia, and Lysander, yield thy courage title to my certain right.
You have your father's love, Demetrius. Now, let me have Hermia's. Do you marry him?
Scornful Lysander, true, he hath my love, and what is mine, my love shall render him, as she is mine, and all my right of her. I do estate unto Demetrius.
My lord, I am as well derived as he, as well possessed. My love is more than he, if not with vantage as Demetrius, which is more than all the boast can be. I am beloved of beauteous Hermia. Why should not I prosecute my right? Demetrius, I will avouch it on his head. In one her soul, sweet lady dotes, devoutly dotes in idolatry, upon the spotted and inconstant man.
I must confess that I have heard so much, and with Demetrius have thought to have spoke thereof. But, being overfull of self-affairs, my mind did lose it. But Demetrius come, and come, Aegeus, you shall go with me. I have some private schooling for you both. For you, fair Hermia, look you arm yourself to fit your fancies to your father's will. Or else the law of Athens yields you up, which by no means we may extenuate, to death or to a vow of single life. Come, my Hippolyta, what cheer, my love? Demetrius and Aegeus, go along. I must confer with you on something against our nuptial, and employ you in some business, nearly that concerns yourselves.
With duty and desire, we follow.
How now, my love? Why is your cheek so pale? How chanced the roses did not fade so fast?
Belike for want of rain, which I could well be teemed the tempest of mine eyes.
Ah me, for aught I could ever hear, could ever read, by the tale of history, the course of true love never did run so smooth, but either it was different in blood.
O cross, too high to be enthralled too low.
Or else in the miscraft and respect of years.
O spite, too old to be engaged too young.
Or it stood upon the choice of friends.
O hell, to choose love by another's eyes.
If there was a sympathy in choice, war, death, and sickness still lay siege to it, making it as momentary as the sound, swift as a shadow, short as any dream, brief as a lightning strike in a cloudy night, that in the spin upholds heaven and earth. Ere man hath power to say, behold, the jaws of darkness did devour it up. So quite bright things come to confusion.
If, then, true lovers have ever been crossed, let it be an edict in destiny. So let us teach our child patience, because it is a customary cross, as due to love, as thoughts and sighs, wishes, tears, poor fancy followers.
A good persuasion, therefore, hear me, Hermia. I have a widow one, a dowager, of great revenue. She hath no child, for Athens is her home, remote 7 leagues, and she respects me as her only son. May I marry thee? And to that place the sharp Athenian law cannot pursue us there, if thou lovest me then. Steal forth from thy father's house tomorrow night, in the wood a league without a town, where I did once meet with Helena, to do observe the morning of May. There will I stay with thee.
My good Lysander, I swear to thee by Cupid's strongest bow, by his best arrow with the golden head, by the simplicity of Venus's doves, by that fire which burned the Carthage queen, when the false Trojan under sail was seen, by all the vows that ever men have broke, in number more than women spoke. In that same place that thou hast appointed me, tomorrow truly will I meet with thee.
Keep promise, love. Look, here comes Helena.
Godspeed, fair Helena. Whither away?
Call you me fair? That fair again unsay. Demetrius loves you fair. Oh, happy fair. Your eyes are lodestars, and your tongue sweet air, more tunable than lark to shepherd's ear. When wheat is green, when hawthorn buds appear, sickness is catching. Oh, we're favored so. Yours would I catch, fair Hermia, ere I go. My ear should catch your voice, my eye your eye. My tongue should catch your tongue's sweet melody. Were the world mine, Demetrius being invaded, the rest I'd give to be to you translated. Oh, teach me how you look, and with what art you sway the motion of Demetrius' heart.
I frown upon him, yet he loves me still.
Oh, that your frowns would teach my smiles such skill.
I give him curses, yet he gives me love.
Oh, that my prayers could such affection move.
The more I hate, the more he follows.
The more I love, the more he hateth me.
His folly, Helena, is no fault of mine.
None but your beauty, would that fault were mine.
Take comfort, he shall no longer see my face. Lysander and myself will fly this place. And from that time I did Lysander see, seemed Athens as a paradise to me. And from that place where our graces do dwell, that he hath turned a heaven unto hell.
Helen, to you our minds will unfold. Tomorrow night Phoebe doth behold. Her silver visage in the watery glass, decking liquid pearl and the bladed grass. A time that lovers' flight did conceal, through Athens' gates will I drive to steal.
And in that wood where often you and I, upon faint primrose beds were wont to lie, emptying our bosoms of their counsel sweet. Tomorrow Lysander and myself shall meet, and thence from Athens turn away our eyes, to seek new friends and stranger companies. So farewell, sweet playfellow, and pray thou for us, and good luck grant thee thy Demetrius. Keep word, Lysander, we must starve our sight till morrow's love, till deep midnight.
I will, Hermia. Helen, adieu. You on him, Demetrius dotes on you.
How happy some or other some can be. Through Athens I am taught is fair as she. But what of that? Demetrius thinks not so. He will not know at all, but he do know. And as he errs, doting on Hermes' eyes, so I, admiring his qualities, things base and vile, holding no quantity. Love can transpose to form and dignity. Love looks not with the eyes, but with the mind, and therefore is winged Cupid painted blind. Nor hath love's mind of any judgment taste, wings and no eyes, figure unduty haste. And therefore is love said to be a child, because in choice he is so oft beguiled. As waggish boys in games themselves forswear, so the boy love is perjured everywhere. For ere Demetrius looked on Hermes' eye, he sware thou knows that he was only mine. And with this hail, some heat from Hermia felt, so he dissolved, and showers of oaths did melt. I will go tell him of fair Hermia's flight, then to the wood will he tomorrow night. Pursue her, and for this intelligence, if I have thanks, it is a dear expense. But here in me nigh to enrich my pain, to have you sight, thither and back again.
Is all our company here? You were best to call them generally, man by man, according to the script.
Here is a scroll of every man's name, which is thought fit through all Athens, to play in our interlude before the Duke and the Duchess on his wedding day at night.
First, good Peter Quince, say what the play treats on, then read the names of the actors, and so grow to a point.
Merry our play is, the most lamentable comedy and most cruel death of Pyramus and Thisbe.
A very good piece of work, I assure you, and a merry. Now, good Peter Quince, call forth your actors by the scroll. Masters, spread yourselves.
Answer as I call you. Nick Bottom the Weaver.
Ready. Name what part I am for, and proceed.
You, Nick Bottom, are set down for Pyramus.
What is Pyramus? A lover or a tyrant?
A lover that kills himself, most gallant for love.
That will ask some tears in the true performing of it. If I do it, let the audience look to their eyes. I will move storms, I will condole in some measure. To the rest, yet my chief humor is for a tyrant. I could play Ercles rarely, or a part to tear a caton to make all split. The raging rocks and shivering shocks shall break the locks of prison gates, and Phoebus' car shall shine from far and make and mar the foolish fates. This was lofty. Now name the rest of the players. This is Ercles' vein, a tyrant's vein, a lover's more condoling.
Francis Flute, the bellows mender.
Here, Peter Quince.
Flute, you must take Thisbe on you.
What is Thisbe, a wandering knight?
It is the lady that Pyramus must love.
Nay, faith, let me not play woman. I have a beard coming.
That is all one. You shall play it in a mask and speak as small as you will.
And I may hide my face. Let me play Thisbe too. I will speak in a monstrous little voice. Thisbe, Thisbe, ah, Pyramus, lover dear, thy Thisbe dear and lady dear.
No, no. You must play Pyramus, and Flute, you Thisbe.
Well, proceed.
Robin Starveling the tailor.
Here, Peter Quince.
Robin Starveling, you must play Thisbe's mother. Tom Snap the tinker.
Here, Peter Quince.
You must play Pyramus's father. Myself, Thisbe's father. Snug the joiner, you the lion's part. And I hope here is a play fitted.
Have you the lion's part written? Pray you, if it be, give it me, for I am slow of study.
You may do it extempore, for 'tis nothing but roaring.
Let me play the lion too. I will roar that I will do any man's heart good to hear me. I will roar that I will make the Duke say, let him roar again, let him roar again.
And you should do it too terribly, that you would fright the Duchess and the ladies, that they would shriek, and that were enough to hang us all.
That would hang us, every mother's son.
I grant you, friends, that if you should fright the ladies out of their wit, they would have no more discretion but to hang us. But I will aggravate my voice, that I will roar you as gently as any sucking dove. I will roar into any nightingale.
You can play no part but Pyramus, for Pyramus is a sweet-faced man, a proper man, as one shall see in a summer's day, a most lovely, gentlemanlike man. Therefore, you must needs play Pyramus.
Well, I will undertake it. What beard were I best to play it in?
Why, what you will.
I will discharge it in either your straw-colored beard, your orange tawny beard, your purple and grain beard, or your French crown-colored beard, your perfect yellow.
Some of your French crowns have no hair at all, and then you will play barefaced. But, masters, here are your parts, and I am to entreat you, request you, and desire you to come them by tomorrow night, and meet me in the palace wood by moonlight. There will we rehearse. For if we meet in the city, we shall be dogged with company, and our devices known. In the meantime, I will draw out a bill of properties, such as our play wants. I pray you, fail me not.
We will meet, and there we may rehearse most obscenely and courageously. Take pains, be perfect, adieu.
At the Duke's Oak we meet.
Enough, hold or cut bowstrings.
How now, spirit, whither wander you?
Over hill, over dale, thorough bush, thorough briar, over park, over pale, thorough flood, thorough fire. I do wander everywhere, swifter than the moon's spear. And I serve the fairy queen to dew her orbs upon the green. The cowslips tall her pensioners be. In these gold coat spots you see, those be rubies, fairy favors. In those freckles live their savors. I must go seek some dewdrops here, and hang a pearl in every cowslip's ear. Farewell, thou lava spirits, all be gone. Our queen and all our elves come here and on.
The king doth keep his revels here tonight. Take heed the queen come not within his sight, for Oberon is passing fell and wrath, because that she and her attendants hath a lovely boy, stolen from an Indian king. She never had so sweet a changeling, and jealous Oberon would have the child, knight of his train, to trace the forest wild. But she perforce withholds the boy, crowns him with flowers, and makes him all her joy. And now they never meet in grove or green, by fountain clear, or spangled starlight sheen. But they do swear that all their elves for fear creep into acorn cups and hide them there.
Else I mistake your shape in making quite, or else you are that shrewd and knavish sprite, called Robin Goodfellow, Are you not he that frights the maidens of the villagery? Skim milk and sometimes labor in the corn, and bootless make the breathless housewife churn, and sometimes make the drink to bear no balm. Mislead night wanderers, laughing at their harm? Those that hobgoblin call you and sweet puck. You do their work, and they shall have good luck. Are you not he?
Thou speakest right. I am that merry wanderer of the night. I jest to Oberon and make him smile, when I, a fat and bean-fed horse, beguile, neighing in the likeness of a filly foal, and sometime lurk I in a gossip's bowl, in the very likeness of a roasted crab, and when she drinks, against her lips I bob, and on her withered dewlap pour the ale, the wisest on, telling the saddest tale, and sometime for 3 foot still mistaketh me, then spy from her bum, down topples she, and Taylor cries, and falls into a cough, and the whole choir hold their hips and laugh, and waxen in their mirth, and knees and swear. A merrier hour was never wasted there. But room fairy, here comes Oberon.
And here, my mistress, would that he were gone.
Ill met by moonlight, proud Titania.
What, jealous Oberon? Fairies, skip hence. I have forsworn his bed and company.
Tarry, rash wanton, am I not thy lord?
Then I must be thy lady. But I know, when thou hast stolen away from fairyland, and in the shape of Corin sat all day, playing on pipes of corn and versing love to amorous Phillida. Why art thou here, come from the farthest steppe of India? But that forsooth, the bouncing Amazon, your buck-skinned mistress, and your warrior love to Theseus must be wed, and you come to give their bed joy and prosperity.
How canst thou thus for shame, Titania? Glance at my credit with Hippolyta, knowing I know thy love to Theseus. Didst thou not lead him through the glimmering night from Phrygia whom he ravished, and make him break his faith with fair Inglace, with Ariadne in Antiopa?
These are the forgeries of jealousy, and never since the middle summer's spring met we in hill or dale, forest or mead, by paved fountain or by rushy brook, or in the beach margin of the sea, to dance our ringlets to the whistling wind. But with thy brawls thou hast disturbed our sport. Therefore the winds, piping to us in vain, as in revenge, have sucked up from the sea contagious fogs, which falling in the land, have every pelting river made so proud that they have overborne their continent. The ox hath therefore stretched his yoke in vain, the plowman lost his sweat, and the green corn rotted ere his youth attained a beard. The fold stands empty in the drowned field, and crows are fatted with the murrian flock. The 9 men's morris is filled up with mud, and the quaint maize in the wanton green, for lack of tread, are indistinguishable. The human mortals want their winter here. No night is now with hymn or carol blessed. Therefore the moon, the governess of floods, pale in her anger, washes all the air, that rheumatic diseases do abound. And through this distemperature we see the seasons alter, hoary-headed frosts far in the fresh lap of the crimson rose, and on old Hime's thin and icy crown, an odorous chaplet of sweet summer buds is, as in mockery, set. The spring, the summer, the childing autumn, angry winter, change their wonted liveries, and the mazed world, by their increase, now knows not which is which. And this same progeny of evils comes from our debate, from our dissension. We are their parents, and original.
Do you amend it then? It lies in you. Why should Titania cross her Oberon, when I do but beg a little changeling boy to be my henchman?
Set your heart at rest. The fairyland buys not the child of me. His mother was a votress of my order, and in the spiced Indian air by night, full often hath she gossiped by my side, and sat with me on Neptune's yellow sands, marking the embarked traders on the flood, when we have laughed to see the sails conceive, and grow big-bellied with the wanton wind, which she, with pretty, and with swimming gait, following, her womb then rich with my young squire, would imitate, and sail upon the land, to fetch me trifles, and return again, as from a voyage rich with merchandise. But she, being mortal, of that boy did die, and for her sake do I rear up her boy, and for her sake I will not part with him.
How long within this grove do you intend to stay?
Perchance till after Theseus' wedding day, If you will patiently dance in our round and see our moonlight revels, go with us. If not, shun me, and I will spare your haunts.
Give me that boy, and I will go with thee.
Not for thy fairy kingdom. Fairies, away. We shall try downright if I longer stay.
Well, go thy way, thou shalt not from this grove, till I torment thee for this injury. My gentle Puck, come hither. Dost thou remember, since once I sat upon a promontory, and heard a mermaid on a dolphin's back, uttering such dulcet and harmonious breath, that the rude sea grew civil at her song, and certain stars shot madly from their spheres to hear the sea maid's music?
I remember.
That very time I saw what thou couldst not, flying between a cold moon and the earth, Cupid, all armed, and a certain aim he took at a fair vestal thrown by the west. And the imperial Vulturus passed on, and made in meditation fancy-free, and loosened his left shaft smartly from his bow, as it should pierce 100,000 hearts. But marked I where the bolt of Cupid fell. It fell upon a little western flower, before milk white, now purple with love's wound. Fetch me that flower, the herb I showed thee once. With the juice of it on sleeping eyelids laid, will make man or woman madly dote on the next live creature that sees. Fetch me that flower, and be thou here again, ere the first cock crow.
I'll put a girdle round about the earth in 40 minutes.
Having once this juice, I'll watch Titania while she's asleep, and drop a liquor of it in her eye, and the next thing waking then looks upon, be it lion, bear, or bull, or meddling monkey, or busy ape, she shall pursue it with the soul of love, and ere I take this charm from off her sight, as I can take it with another herb, I'll make her render up her page to me. But who comes here? I'm invisible, and I will overhear their conference.
I love thee not, therefore pursue me not. Where is Lysander and fair Hermia? The one I'll slay, the other slayeth me. Thou toldst me they were stolen unto this wood. And here am I, and woed within this wood, because I cannot meet my Hermia. Hence get thee gone, and follow me no more.
You draw me, you hard-hearted adamant, but yet you draw not iron, for my heart is true as steel. Leave you your power to draw, and I shall have no power to follow you.
Do I entice you? Do I speak you fair? Or do I not in plainest truth tell you? I do not, nor I cannot love you.
And even for that do I love you more. I am your spaniel, and Demetrius, the more you beat me will I fawn on you. Use me but as your spaniel. Spurn me, strike me, neglect me, lose me, only give me leave. Unworthy as I am to follow you, what worser place can I beg in your love? And yet a place of high regard with me, than to be used as you use your dog.
Tempt not too much the hatred of my spirit, for I am sick when I do look upon thee.
And I am sick when I look not on you.
You do impeach your modesty too much, to leave the city and commit yourself in the hands of one that loves you not, to trust the opportunity of night, and the ill counsel of a desert place with the rich worth of your virginity.
Your virtue is my privilege, and for that it is not night when I do see your face. Therefore, I think I am not in the night, nor doth this wood lack roads of company. For you, in my respect, are all the world. Then how can it be said that I am alone, when all the world is here to look on me?
I'll run from thee and hide me in the brakes, and leave thee to the mercy of wild beasts.
The wildest hath not such a heart as you. Run when you will, the story shall be changed. Apollo flies and Daphne holds the chase. The dove pursues the griffin. The mild hind makes speed to catch the tiger, bootless speed, when cowardice pursues and valor flies.
I'll not stay thy questions. Let me go, or if thou follow me, do not believe but I shall do thee mischief in the wood.
I, in the temple, in the town, you do me mischief. Fie, Demetrius, your raucous do set a scandal on my sex. We cannot fight for love, as men do. We should be wooed, and we're not made to woo. I'll follow thee, and make a heaven of hell, to die upon the hand I love so well.
Fare thee well, nymph, ere he do leave this grove. Thou shalt fly him, and he shall seek thy love. Hast thou the flower? Welcome, wanderer.
Aye, there it is.
I pray thee, give it to me. I know a bank where the wild thyme blows, where oxlips and nodding violets grows, quite over canopied with luscious woodbine, where sweet musk roses end with eglantine. There sleeps Titania sometimes of the night, lulled in these flowers with dances and delight, and there the snake throws her enameled skin, weed wide enough to wrap a fairy in. And with the juice of this I'll streak her eyes, and make her full of hateful fantasies. But take thou some of it, and seek about this grove, A sweet Athenian lady is in love with a disdainful youth. Anoint his eyes, but do it when the next thing he espies may be the lady. Thou shalt know the man by the Athenian garments he hath on. Affect it with some care, that she may prove more fond on her than she upon her love. And be thou here again at the first cock crow.
Fear not, my lord, your servant shall do so.
Come now, a roundel and a fairy song. Then, for the third part of a minute, some to kill cankers in the musk rosebuds, some war with rear mice for their leathern wings to make my small elves' coats, and some keep back that clamorous owl that nightly hoots and wonders at our quaint spirits. Sing me now to sleep, then to your offices, and let me rest.
You spotted snakes with double tongues, thorny hedgehogs be not seen. Newts and blind worms do no wrong, come not near our fairy queen. Philomel with melody, singing our sweet lullaby. La 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 lullaby, la 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 lullaby. Never harm nor spell nor charm, come our lovely lady night. So good night with lullaby. Weaving spiders come not here, hence you long-legged spinners hence. Beetles black approach not near, worm nor snail do no offense. Philomel with melody, singing our sweet lullaby. La 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 lullaby, la 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 lullaby. Never harm nor spell nor charm, come our lovely lady night. So good night with lullaby.
Hence away, now all is well. One aloof, stand sentinel.
What seest thou when thou dost wake? Do it for thy true love's sake. Love and language for its sake. Be it ounce or cat or bear, pard or boar with bristled hair. When thou wakest, it is thy dear. Wake when some vile thing is near.
You faint with wandering in the wood. And to be betrothed, I have forgot our way. We'll rest us here, Hermia, if thou think it good, and tarry for the comfort of the day.
Be it so, Lysander, find out your bed, for I upon this bank will rest my head.
One turf shall serve as a pillow for us both. One heart, two bosoms, and a single troth.
Nay, good Lysander, find out your bed, for I upon this bank will rest my head.
Love, take the sense of my innocence. Love takes to me and love's confidence. That my heart is unto you is knit, one heart that we can make of it. Two bosoms interchained with an oath, two bosoms in a single troth. By your side, Hermia, by your side, no better me deny. Lie so, Hermia, I do not lie.
Lysander brittles very prettily, and much beshrew my manners and my pride, if Hermia meant to say Lysander lied. But gentle friend, for love and courtesy, lie further off in human modesty. Such separation may as well be said becomes a virtuous bachelor and a maid. So far be distant and good night, sweet friend, thy love never alter to thy sweet life end.
Amen, amen, to that prayer say I, when in life and loyalty. Here's my bed, sleep, give thee all his rest.
With half the wisher's eyes be pressed.
Through the forest I have gone, but Athenian found I none, on whose eyes I might approve this flower's force and stirring love. Night in silence, who is here? Weeds of Athens doth he wear. This is he, my master said, despise the Athenian maid. And hear the maiden, sleeping sound, on the dank and dirty ground. Pretty soul, she durst not lie so near this lack love, this kill courtesy. Churl, upon thy eyes I throw all the power this charm doth owe. When thou wakest, let love forbid. Sleep is seat on that eyelid. So awake when I am gone, for I must now to Oberon.
Stay, go thou to me, sweet Demetrius.
I charge thee hence, and do not haunt me thus.
Oh, wilt thou darkly leave me? Do not so.
Stay on thy peril. I alone will go.
Oh, I am out of breath in this fun chase. The more my prayer, the lesser is my grace. Happy is Hermia, wheresoe'er she lies, for she hath blessed and attractive eyes. How came her eyes so bright? Not with salt tears. If so, my eyes are often awash with hers. No, I'm as ugly as a bear, for beasts that meet me run away for fear. Therefore, no marvel that Demetrius do as a monster fly my presence thus. What wicked and dissembling glass of mine made me compare with Hermia's fiery eye? But who is here? Lysander, on the ground, dead, or asleep? I see no blood, no wound. Lysander, if you live, good sir, awake.
And run through fire for thy sweet sake. Transparent Helena, nature shows thy art. Through thy bosoms, make me see your heart. Where is Demetrius? Oh, that vile name to perish on my sword.
Do not say so, Lysander. Say not so. What though he love your Hermia? Lord, what though? But Hermia still loves you. Then be content.
Content with Hermia, I do repent. With her the tedious minutes with her I've spent. Not Hermia, but Helen I do love, who will not change, a raven from a dove. The will of man is reason swayed. Reason says you are the worthier maid. Things growing are not ripe until their season. For me being young, not ripe till reason. Not she now the point of human skill, making it a marshal of my will. Leads me to your eyes overlook. Love stories written in love's richest book.
Wherefore was I to this keen mockery born? When at your hand did I deserve this scorn? It's not enough, young man, that I did never, no, nor never can, deserve a sweet look from Demetrius' eye. But you must flout my insufficiency. Good troth you do me wrong, good sooth you do. In such disdainful manner need to woo. But fare you well, perforce I must confess. I thought you lord of more true gentleness. Oh, that a lady of one man refused, should of another therefore be abused.
She sees not Hermia, Hermia sleepeth out there, and never may Lysander come near. For as a surfeit to thy stomach, or the deepest loathing to thy stomach brings, most hated among men that they did deceive, and all my surfeit and my heresies are most hated among me. All my powers in love and might to honor Helena and to be her knight.
Help me. Lysander, help me. Do thy best. Pluck this crawling serpent from my breast. Ay, me, for pity. What a dream was here. Lysander, look how I do quake with fear. Methought a serpent ate my heart away, and you sat smiling at his cruel prey. Lysander, what removed? Lysander, Lord, what, out of hearing? Gone? No sound, no word? Alack, speak, and if you hear, speak of all the loves. I swoon almost with fear. No, then I will perceive you all the night. Either death or you I'll find immediately.
Are we all met?
Pat, Pat, Here's a marvelous, convenient place for our rehearsal. This green plot shall be our stage, and this hawthorn brake our tiring house. And we will do it in action as we will do it before the Duke.
Peter Quince,
What sayest thou, bully bottom?
there are things in this comedy of Pyramus and Thisbe that will never please. First, Pyramus must draw a sword to kill himself, which the ladies cannot abide. How answer you that?
By Lincoln, a perilous fear. I believe you must leave the killing out when all is done.
Not a whit. I have a device to make all well. Write me a prologue, and let the prologue seem to say, we will do no harm with our swords, and that Pyramus is not killed indeed. And for the more better assurance, tell them that I, Pyramus, am not Pyramus, but Bottom the Weaver. This will put them out of fear.
Well, we will have such a prologue, and it shall be written in 8 and 6.
No, make it 2 more. Let it be written in 8 and 8.
Will not the ladies be afeard of the lion?
I fear it, I promise you.
Masters, you ought to consider with yourselves to bring in, God shield us, a lion among ladies is a most dreadful thing. For there is not a more fearful wildfowl than your lion living, and we ought to look to it.
Therefore, another prologue must tell he is not a lion.
Nay, you must name his name, and half his face must be seen through the lion's neck. And he himself must speak through, saying thus, or to the same defect, ladies, or fair ladies, I would wish you, or I would request you, or I would entreat you not to fear, not to tremble, my life for yours. If you think I come hither as a lion, it were pity on my life. No, I am no such thing, but a man as other men are. And there indeed let them name his name, and tell them plainly he is Snug the Joiner.
Well, it shall be so. But there's 2 hard things. That is, to bring the moonlight into a chamber, for Pyramus and Thisbe meet by moonlight.
Doth the moon shine that night we play our play?
A calendar. Look in the almanac. Find out moonshine.
Yes, it doth shine that night.
Why, then you may leave a casement of the great chamber window, where we play, open, and the moon may shine in at the casement.
Aye, or else one must come in with a bush of thorn and a lanthorn, and say he comes to disfigure or to present the person of moonshine. Then there's another thing. We must have a wall in that great chamber, for Pyramus and Thisbe, says the story, did talk through the chink of a wall.
You can never bring in a wall. What say you, Bottom?
Some man or other must present wall, and let him have some plaster, or some loam, or some rough cast about him to signify wall. And let him hold his fingers thus, and through that cranny shall Pyramus and Thisbe whisper.
If that may be, then all is well. Come, sit down, every mother's son, and rehearse your parts. Pyramus, you begin. Once you have spoken your speech, enter into that break, and so everyone according to his cue.
What hempen homespuns have we swaggering here, so near the cradle of the fairy queen? What? A play toward. I'll be an auditor, an actor too, perhaps spicy cause.
Speak, Pyramus. Thisbe, stand forth.
Thisbe, the flowers of odious savor sweet.
Odors!
Odors savor sweet. So hath thy breath, my dearest Thisbe dear. But hark, a voice. Stay thou but here a while, and by I will to thee appear.
A stranger Pyramus than e'er played here.
Must I speak now?
Aye, marry must you, for he must understand he goes but to see a noise that he heard, and is to come again.
Most radiant Pyramus, most lily-white hue, of color like the red rose on triumphant briar, most frisky juvenile, most lovely Jew, as true's horse, that yet would never tire. I'll meet thee, Pyramus, at Ninny's tomb.
Ninny's tomb, man! Why, you must not speak that yet. that you answer to Pyramus. You speak all your part at once. Cues and all, Pyramus enter. Your cue is past. It is never tire.
As true as torch, that yet would never tire.
Were fair Thisbe, I were only thine.
Oh, monstrous! Oh, strange! We are haunted! Pray masters! Fly masters! Help!
I'll follow you. I'll lead you about around. Through bog, through bush, through brake, through briar. Sometime a horse I'll be, sometime a hound. A hog, a headless bear. Sometime a fire. And neigh, and bark, and grunt, and roar, and burn. Like horse, hound, hog, bear, fire at every turn.
Why did they run away? This is a
Bravery of them to make me afeared.
Oh, bottom! That art changed! What do I see on thee?
What do you see? You see an ass head of your own, do you?
Bless thee, bottom. Bless thee. Thou art translated.
I see their knavery. This is to make an ass of me, to fright me if they could. But I will not stir from this place, do what they can. I will walk up and down here, and I will sing, that they shall hear I am not afraid. The owl's old cock so black of hue, with orange tawny bill, the throstle with his note so true, the wren with little quill.
What angel wakes me from my flowery bed?
The finch, the sparrow, and the lark, the plain song-cuck gray, whose note full many a man doth mark, and dares not answer nay. For who would set his wit to so foolish a bird? Who would give the bird the lie, though he cried cuckoo never so?
I pray thee, gentle mortal, sing again. Mine ear is much enamored to thy note, so is mine eye enthralled to thy shape, and thy fair virtues force perforce doth move me, on the first view, to say, to swear, I love thee.
Methinks, mistress, you should have little reason for that. And yet, to say the truth, reason and love keep little company together nowadays. The more the pity that some honest neighbor will not make them friends. Nay, I can gleek upon occasion.
Thou art as wise as thou art beautiful.
Not so neither, but if I had wit enough to get out of this wood, I have enough to serve mine own turn.
Out of this wood do not desire to go. Thou shalt remain here, whether thou wilt or no. I am a spirit of no common rate. The summer still doth tend upon my state, and I do love thee. Therefore, go with me. I'll give thee fairies to attend on thee, and they shall fetch thee jewels from the deep, and sing while thou on pressed flowers doth sleep. And I shall purge thy mortal grossness so, thou shalt like an airy spirit go. Peas blossom, cobweb, mote, and mustard seed.
Ready.
And I.
And I.
Where shall we go? Be kind and courteous to this gentleman. Hop in his walks and gambol in his eyes. Feed him with apricots and dewberries, with purple grapes, green figs, and mulberries. The honey bags steal from humble bees, and for night tapers crop their waxen thighs and light them at the fiery glowworm's eyes, to fan the moonbeams from his sleeping eyes. Nod to him, elves, and do him courtesies.
Hail, mortal.
Hail.
Hail. Hail.
I cry your worship's mercy heartily. I beseech your worship's name.
Cobweb.
I shall desire you of more acquaintance, good Master Cobweb. If I cut my finger, I shall make bold with you. Your name, honest gentleman?
Peas blossom.
I pray you, commend me to Mistress Squash, your mother, and to Master Peascod, your father. I shall desire you of more acquaintance, good Master Peas Blossom. Your name, I beseech you, sir?
Mustard seed.
Good Master Mustard Seed, I know your patience well. That same cowardly, giant-like ox beef hath devoured many a gentleman of your house. I promise you, your kindred hath made mine eyes water ere now. I shall desire you of more acquaintance, good Master Mustard Seed.
Come, wait upon him. Lead him to my bower. The moon, methinks, looks with a watery eye, and when she weeps, weeps every little flower, lamenting some enforced chastity. Tie up my love's tongue, bring him silently.
Titania be awaked. Then what was that next came into her eye, which she must dote upon in extremity. Here comes my messenger. How now, mad sprite? What night rule about this haunted grove?
My mistress is a monster, is in love. Near to her close and consecrated bower, when she was in her dull and sleeping hour, a crew of patches, brood mechanicals, that work for bread upon Athenian stalls, were met together to rehearse a play and tender for great Theseus's nuptial day. The shallowest thick skin of that barren sort, when Pyramus presented in their sport, forsook his scene and entered in a break, when I did him at this advantage take, and as his knoll I fixed on his head, anon his Thisbe must be answered. And forth my mimic comes, when they him spy, as wild geese that the creeping fowler's eye, or russet-pated coughs, many in sort, rising and cawing at the gun's report, sever themselves and madly sweep the sky. So, at his sight, away his fellows fly, and at our stand, here o'er and o'er one falls. He murder cries and help from Athens calls. Their senseless weak, lost with their fiercest strong, made senseless things begin to do them wrong. For briars and thorns at their apparel snatch, some sleeves, some hats, from the elders all things catch. I led them on in this distracted fear, and thus Pyramus transited there. When, in that moment, so it came to pass, Titania waked and straightway clubbed an ass.
This falls out better than I could have devised. But hast thou latched the Athenian's eyes with the love juice as I bid thee do?
I took him sleeping. That is finished too. And the Athenian woman by his side, that, when he waked, of force she must be eyed.
Stand close. This is the same Athenian.
This is the woman, but not this the man.
Oh, why rebuke you him that loves you so, laboreth so bitter on your bitter foe?
Now I but tried, but I should use thee worse, for thou, I fear, hast given me cause to curse. If thou hast slain Lysander in his sleep, being o'er the blood plunged in the deep, and kill me too, the sun was not so true into the day, would he have stolen away from sleeping Hermia? I'll believe as soon. This whole earth may be bored by the moon. And with her brothers noontide with antipodes, it cannot be but thou hast murdered him. So should a murderer look, so dead, so grim.
So should the murdered look, and so should I, pierced through the heart with your stern cruelty. Yet you, the murderer, look as bright, as clear, as yonder Venus in her glimmering sphere.
What's this to my Lysander? Where is he? Ah, good Demetrius, wilt thou give him me?
I'd rather give his carcass to the hounds.
Out, dog! Out, cur! Thou hast driven me past the bounds of maiden patience. What? Hast thou slain him then? Oh, once, tell true, even for my sake. Hast thou looked upon him being awake, and hast thou killed him sleeping? Oh, brave touch! Could not a worm an adder do so much? An adder did it, for with the doubler tongue, that thou serpent never adder stung.
You spend your passion on a misperused mood. I am not guilty of Lysander's blood, nor is he dead, for aught that I can tell.
Pray thee, tell me then that he is well.
And if I could, what should I get therefore?
A privilege never to see me more, and from thy hated presence part I so. See me no more whether he be dead or no.
There is no following her in this fierce vein. Here, therefore, for a while I will remain. So sorrow's heaviness doth heavier grow, debt that bankrupt sleep doth sorrow, which now in some slight measure it will pay, if for as tender here I make some stay.
What hast thou done? Thou hast mistaken quite, and laid the love juice on some true love's sight. Of this misprison must perforce ensue a true love turned and not false turned true.
Then fatal rules, that one man holding troth, a million fail, confounding oath on oath.
About the wood go swifter than the wind, and Helena of Athens look thou find. How fancy sick is she and pale with cheer, with sighs of love that cost a fresh blood dear. By some illusion see thou bring her here, all charm his eyes against she do appear.
I go, look who I go, swifter than arrow from the Tartar's bow.
Flower of this purple dye, hit with Cupid's archery, sink into the apple of his eye, and his love when he espy, let her shine as gloriously as Venus of the sky. When thou wakest, if she be by, beg her for her remedy.
Captain of our fairy band, Helena is here at hand, and the youth mistook by me, pleading for a lover's fee. Shall we their fond pageant see? Lord, what fools these mortals be.
Stand aside, the noise they make will cause Demetrius to awake.
Then we'll two at once woo one. That must needs be spurred alone, and those things do best please me, that befall preposterously.
Why should you think I have wooed scorn? Scorn and derision never comes in tears. When I vow, I weep, and vows are there so born, and all in their nativity, all truth appears. How can they seem scorn to you, bearing the badge of faith to prove them right and true?
You do advance your cunning more and more, when truth kills truth, O devilish holy fright. These vows are Hermia's. Will you give her o'er? Weigh oath with oath, and you will nothing weigh. Your vows to her and me, put into scales. We even weigh, and both as light as tails.
I had no judgment when to her I swore.
Nor none in my mind, now you give her o'er.
Demetrius loves her, and he loves not you.
O Helena, goddess, nymph, perfect, divine, to what, my love, shall I compare thine eye? Crystal is muddy, oh how ripe in show. Thy lips, those kissing cherries, tempting grow, that pure congealed white, high Taurus snow, fanned with the eastern wind, turns to a crow. When thou holdst up thy hand, oh let me kiss this princess of pure white, this seal of bliss.
Oh, spite! Oh, hell! I see you're all bent to set against me for your merriment. If you were civil and knew courtesy, you would not do me thus much injury. Can you not hate me, as I know you do? But you must join in souls to mock me too. If you were men, as men you are in show, you would not use a gentle lady so, to vow and swear and surprise my hearts, when I am sure you hate me with all your hearts. You both are rivals and love Hermia, and now both rivals to mock Helena. A trim exploit, a manly enterprise, to conjure tears up in a poor maid's eyes. With your derision, none of noble sort, would so offend a virgin and extort a poor soul's patience, all to make your sport.
Demetrius, you are unkind. Be not so. For you love Hermia, this I know, you know. In all goodwill, in all my heart, in Hermia's love I yield up my heart. And you of Helena's to me bequeath, who I doth love until my death.
Never did mockers waste more idle breath.
Lysander, keep thy Hermia. I will none if e'er I left her. All that love is gone. My heart to her but as guest wide sojourned. Now to Helen is at home returned, there to remain.
Helen, it is not so.
Disparage not the faith thou dost not know, lest to thy peril thou buy it dear. Look where thy love comes, yonder is thy dear.
Dark night, that from the eye his function takes, the ear more quick of apprehension makes. When it doth impair the seeing sense, it pays the hearing double recompense. Thou art not by mine eye, Lysander found. My ear, I thank it, brought me to thy sound. But why unkindly didst thou leave me so?
Why should he stay when love doth press him to go?
What love could press Lysander from my side?
Lysander love and not let him bide. Fair Helena, whom glides the night of all you Pharaoh's eyes of light. Why seekest thou me? Couldn't thou make me know? The hate I bear to thee made me leave thee so.
You speak not as you think it cannot be.
Lo, she is one of this confederacy. Now I perceive they have conjured all three, to fashion this false sport in spite of me. Injurious Hermia, most ungrateful me. Have you conspired? Have you with these contrived to bait me with this foul derision? In all the counsel we two have shared, the sisters' vows, the hours that we have spent, when for parting us, oh, is it all forgot? All school days, friendships, childhood innocence? We, Hermia, like two artificial gods, have with our needles created both one flower on one sampler, sitting on one cushion, as if our hands, sides, voices, and minds have been incorporate. So we grow together, like a double cherry, seeming parted, but yet a union in partition. Two lovely berries, molded on one stem. So if two of the first, like coats and heraldry, do but to one and crown with one crest, and you will rent our ancient love asunder, to join with men in scorning your poor friend. It is not friendly, 'tis not maidenly. Our sex, as well as I, may chide before it, though I alone would feel the injury.
I'm amazed at your passionate words. I scorn you not. It seems that you scorn me.
Have you not set Lysander, as in scorn, to follow me and praise my eyes and face, and made your other love, Demetrius, who even but now did spurn me with his foot, to call me goddess, nymph, divine, and rare, precious, celestial? Wherefore said he this? To her he hates. And wherefore did Lysander deny your love so rich within his soul, and tempt me, forsooth, affection? But by your setting on, by your consent, what though I be not so, and graces you, so hung upon with love, so fortunate, but miserable most, to love unloved? This you should pity rather than despise.
I understand not what you mean by this.
I do persever, counterfeit sad looks, make mouths upon me when I turn my back, wink each at other, hold this sweet jest up. This sport, well carried, shall be chronicled. If you had any pity, grace, or manners, you would not make me such an argument. But fare you well, 'tis partly my own fault, which death or absence soon shall remedy.
Say, gentle Helena, hit my love, my life, fair Helena.
Oh, excellent.
Sweet, do not scorn her so.
If she cannot entreat, I can compel.
Thou canst compel no more, she entreats. Thou threats have no more strength in her weak prayers. By my life, Helena, I love thee too, and that I swear that I lose for thee, and to prove him that says I love thee not.
I say I love thee more than he can do.
Withdraw and prove it too.
Quick, come.
Lysander, where'd you tense all this?
Away, you Ethiop!
No, he'll seem to break loose. Take on as you would follow, yet come not. You are a tame man. Go.
Hang off, thou cat, thou bird, foul thing. Let loose or shake thee from me like a serpent.
What? Hast thou grown so rude? What change is this, sweet love?
Out, tarny tartar, out, hated medicine, low potion, hence.
Do you not just?
Demetrius, I will keep my word with thee.
I would I had your bond, for I perceive a weak bond holds you. I'll not trust your word.
What? Should I hurt her, strike her, kill her, dead? Although I hate her, I will not harm her so.
What? Can you do me greater harm than hate me? Hate me? Wherefore, oh me? What news is this, my love? Am I not Hermia? Are you not Lysander? Am I not as fair as I was ere while? Since night you loved me, but since night you left me? Oh, the gods forbid. In earnest, shall I say?
Ah, by my life, and never did desire to see thee more. Be out of hope, question of doubt, that I do hate thee, and love Helena.
Oh me, you juggler, you canker blossom, you thief of love. What? Have you come by night and stolen my love's heart from him?
Fine, I think. Have you no modesty, no maiden's shame, no touch of bashfulness? What, will you tear impatient answers from my gentle tongue? Fie, you counterfeit, you puppet, you.
Puppet? Why so? Aye, that goes the game. Now I perceive she hath made compare between our statues. She hath urged her height with her personage, her tall personage. She hath made compare. And have you grown so high in his esteem because I am so dwarfish and so low? How low am I, thou painted maple? Speak! How low am I? Am I not yet so low that my nails can reach unto thine eyes?
I pray you, though you mock me, gentlemen, let her not hurt me. I never was cursed. I have no gift at all in shrewishness. I am a right maid for my cowardice. Let her not strike me. You perhaps may think that because she is something lower than myself, that I can match her.
Lower? Hark again?
Good, Hermia. I evermore did love you, Hermia. Never wronged you, save that, in love unto Demetrius. I told him of yourself unto this wood. He followed you, for love I followed him. But he hath chid me hence, and threatened me, to spurn me, strike me, nay, to kill me too. And now you will let me quiet go. To Athens will I bear my folly back, and follow you no further. Let me go. You see how simple and how fond I am.
By get you gone. Who is it that hinders you?
A foolish heart that I leave behind.
What, with Lysander?
With Demetrius.
Be not afraid, Helena, she shall not harm thee.
No, sir, she shall not, though you take her part.
Oh, when she's angry, she's keen and shrewd. She was a vixen when she went to school, and And though she be but little, she is fierce.
Little again? Nothing but low and little. Will you suffer her to flout me thus? Then let me come to her.
Get you gone, you minimus, you dwarf, you hindering knotgrass, you bee, you acorn!
You are too officious in her behalf that scorns your services. Let her alone. Speak not of Helena. Take not her part. For if thou dost intend never so little show of love to her, thou shalt abide it.
She holds me not. Now, fall if thou darest to try thine and mine, or try who's right, and thine and mine, and most of Helena's.
Follow, nay, I'll go with thee, cheek by jowl.
You mistress of coil, this is long of you. Nay, go not back.
I will not trust you. I no longer stay in your cursed company. Your hands and mine are quicker for a fray. My legs are longer, though, to run away.
I'm amazed, and know not what to say to this.
This is thy negligence. Still thou mistakest, or else committed thy neighbors willfully.
Believe me, King of Shadows, I mistook. Did not you tell me I should know the man by the Athenian garment he had on? And so far blameless proves my enterprise, that I have anointed in Athenians' eyes. And so far so far am I glad it so did sort, as this their jangling I esteem a sport.
Now cease these lovers, seek a place to fight. High therefore, Robin, overcast the night. The starry welkin cover thou anon with drooping fog as black as Acheron, and lead these testy rivals so astray, as one may not come within another's way. Like to Lysander, and sometime frame thy tongue, then stir Demetrius up with bitter wrong. Then sometime bewail thou like Demetrius, till let thou lead them thus, to o'er their brows with death counterfeiting sleep, with leaden legs and batty wings doth creep. Then crush this herb into Lysander's eyes, whose liquor hath this virtuous property, and take from thence all error of his might, and make his eyeballs roll with wonted sight. Was I innocent fair to thee employ, I'll to my queen and beg her Indian boy, and from her charmed thou release, from monster's view, and all things shall be peace.
My fairy lord, this must be done with haste, for night swift dragons cut the clouds full fast, and yonder shore shines Aurora's harbinger, at whose approach ghosts, wandering here and there, troop home to churchyards, damned spirits all, that in crossways and floods have burial, already to the wormy beds are gone, for fearless they should look their shames upon. They willfully themselves exile from light, and must for aye consort with black-browed night.
But we are spirits of another sort, and I with the morning's love have oft made sport, and like a forester the girls may tread, until the eastern gate all fiery red, opening onto Neptune with fair blessed beams, turns yellow his salt green streams. But notwithstanding, haste, make no delay. We may effect this business yet ere today.
Up and down, I will lead them up and down. I am feared in field and town. God will lead them up and down. Here comes one.
Where art thou, proud Demetrius? Speak thou now.
Here, villain, drawn and ready. Where art thou?
I will be with thee straight.
Follow me then to plainer ground.
Larson, speak again. Thou coward, thou runaway, art thou fled? Speak, in some bush, where dost thou hide thy head?
Thou coward, art thou bragging to the stars, telling the bushes that thou lookest for wars, and wilt not come? Come, recreant, come, thou child. I'll whip thee with a rod. He is defiled that draws a sword on thee.
Yea, art thou there?
Follow my voice. We'll try no manhood here.
He goes before me, and still dares me on. But when I come where he calls, he is gone. The villain is much lighter heeled than I. I followed fast, but faster did he fly. Gentle day, here's my bed, gentle day. If thou chance shows me this gray light, and find Demetrius, and revenge his spite.
Ho, 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 coward, why comest thou not?
Abide me if thou darest, for well I wot thou runnest before me, shifting every place, and darest not stand nor look me in the face. Where art thou now?
Come hither, I am here.
Nay, then, thou mockst me. Thou shalt buy this deer, if e'er I thy face by daylight see. Now go thy way. Faintness constraineth me to measure out my length on this cold bed. By day's approach, look to be visited.
O weary night, O long and tedious night, abate thy hour, shine comforts from the east, that I may back to Athens by daylight, with these that my poor company detest, and sleep, which sometimes shuts up sorrow's eyes, steal me away a while from mine own company.
Yet but three. Come one more. Two of both kinds make up four. Here she comes, cursed and sad. Cupid is a knavish lad, thus to make poor females mad.
Never so weary, never in so woe, bedabbled with the dew and torn with briars. I can no further crawl, no further go. My legs can keep no pace with my desires. Here will I rest me till the break of day. Heaven shield Lysander if mean affray.
On the ground, sleep sound. I'll apply to your eye, gentle lover, remedy. When thou wakest, thou takest true delight in the sight of thy former lady's eye, and the country proverb known, that every man shall have his own. In your waking shall be shown. Jack shall have Jill, naught shall go ill. The man shall have his mare again, and all shall be well.
sit thee down on this flowery bed, while I thy amiable cheeks do coy, and stick musk roses in thy sleek, smooth head, and kiss thy fair large ears, my gentle joy.
Where's Peas Blossom?
Ready.
Scratch my head, Peas Blossom. Where's Monsieur Cobweb?
Ready.
Monsieur Cobweb, good Monsieur, get your weapons in your hand and kill me a red-hipped humblebee on the top of a thistle. And, good Monsieur, bring me the honey bag. Do not fret yourself too much in the action, Monsieur, and take care the honey bag break not, for I be loath to have you overflown with the honey bag, Signor. Where's Monsieur Mustard Seed?
Ready.
Give me your neath, Monsieur Mustard Seed. I pray you, leave your courtesy, good Monsieur.
What is your will?
Nothing, good Monsieur, but to help Cavalry Cobweb to scratch. For I must to the barber's, for methinks I am marvelous hairy about the face, and I am such a tender ass. If my hair do but tickle me, I must scratch.
What? Wilt thou hear some music, my sweet love?
I have a reasonable good ear in music. Let's have the tongs and the bones.
Or say, sweet love, what thou desirest to eat?
Truly a peck of provender. I could munch your good dry oats. Methinks I have a great desire for a bottle of hay. Good hay, sweet hay, hath no fellow.
I have a venturous fairy, who shall seek the squirrel's hoard, and fetch thee new nuts.
I had rather a handful or two of dried peas, but I pray you, let none of your people stir me. I have an exposition of sleep come upon me.
Sleep thou, and I will wind thee in my arms. Fairies, be gone, and be always away. So doth the woodbine the sweet honeysuckle gently entwist. The female ivy so enrings the barky fingers of the elm. Oh, how I love thee, how I dote on thee.
Seest thou this sweet sight? Her dotage now I do begin to pity, and meeting her of late behind this wood, and she did upbraid her and fall out with her, for she has his hairy temples then had rounded, with a coronet of fresh and fragrant flowers, and that same dew, which sometimes on the buds, was wont to smell like round and orient pearls, and like tears that did their own disgrace bewail. She in mild terms did beg my patience there, and when I had at my pleasure taunted her, I did ask her for her changeling boy, which straight she gave me and her fairy sent, to bear him to my bower in Fairland. And now that I have the boy, I will undo this hateful imperfection of her eyes, and my gentle pluck, take this transformative scalp from off the head of this Athenian swain, that when he waking when the other do, may all to Athens back again repair, and think no more of the night's accidents, but as fierce vexation of a dream. But first I will release the fairy queen. Beest thou as wont to be, seest thou as wont to see, Dine's bud, a Cupid's flower, has such force and blessed power. Now, Titania, wake you, my sweet queen.
My Oberon, what visions have I seen? Methought I was enamored of an ass.
There lies your love.
How came these things to pass? Oh, how mine eyes do loathe his visage now.
Silence a while. Robin, take off his head. Titania, music call and strike more the dead than all these five common sense.
Music, ho, music, such as charmeth sleep.
Now, when thou wakest, with thine own fool's eyes peep.
Titania, music call. Oh, wait, no. This one. Oh. Now thou and I are new in amenity, and will tomorrow in midnight solemnity dance in Duke Theseus' house triumphantly, and bless it with fair prosperity. There the pairs of faithful lovers be, wedded with Theseus in all jollity.
Fairy king, attend and mark, I do hear the morning lark.
And now, Titania, come, in silent sad, trip we after the night's shade, and the globe encompass soon, swifter than the wandering moon.
Come, my lord, and in our flight, tell me how it came this night, that I sleeping here was found, with these mortals on the ground.
For now our observation is performed, and since we have devoured of the day, my love shall hear the music of my hounds. Uncouple in the western valley, let them go. We will, fair queen, up to the mountain top, and mark the musical confusion of hounds and echo in conjunction.
I was with Hercules and Cadmus once, when in a wood of Crete they bayed the bear, with hounds of Sparta. Never did I hear such gallant chiding, for besides the groves, the skies, the fountains, every region near, seemed all one mutual cry. I never heard so musical a discord, such sweet thunder.
My hounds are bred out of the Spartan kind, so flued, so sanded, and their heads are hung with ears that sweep away the morning dew. Crook-kneed and dew-lapped like Thessalian bulls, slow in pursuit, but matched in mouth like bells, each under each. A cry more tunable was never hallooed to, nor cheered with horn, in Crete, in Sparta, nor in Thessaly. Judge when you hear. Put soft, what nymphs are these?
My lord, this is my daughter here asleep, and this is Lysander. This Demetrius is. This Helena, old Nita's Helena. I wonder if they're being here together.
No doubt they rose up early to observe the rite of May, and, hearing our intent, came here in grace our solemnities. But speak, Aegeus, is not this the day that Hermia should give answer of her choice?
It is, my lord.
Bid the huntsmen wake them with their horns. Good morrow, friends. St. Valentine is past. Begin these wood birds but to couple now?
Pardon, my lord.
I pray you all, stand up. I know you two are rival enemies. How comes this gentle concord in the world? To sleep by hate, and fear no enmity?
I shall apply amazedly, my lord, half sleeping, half waking. But yet I do not recall how I came here. But as I think, but truly was I speak, I came here with Hermia. Our intent was to flee through Athens' gates, without fear of the peril of the Athenian law.
Enough, my lord, you have enough. I beg the law upon his head. They would have stolen away, they would, Demetrius. Therefore, to have defeated you and me, you of your wife, and me of my consent that she should be your wife.
My lord, fair Helen told me of their stealth, of this their purpose hither to this wood. And I in fury hither followed them. Fair Helen in fancy following me. But, my good lord, I wot not by what power, but by some power it is. My love to Hermia melted as the snow. Seems to me now as a remembrance of an idol god, which in my childhood I did dote upon. And all the faith and virtue of my heart, the object and the pleasure of mine eye, is only Helena. To her, my lord, was I betrothed ere I saw Hermia. But like in sickness did I loathe this food. But has in health come to my natural taste. Now I do wish it, love it, long for it, and will forevermore be true to it.
Fair lovers, you are fortunately met. Of this discourse we more will hear anon. Aegeus, I will overbear your will. For in the temple by and by with us this day, these couples shall eternally be knit. And for the morning now is something worn. Our purposed hunting shall be set aside. Away with us to Athens, 3 and 3, we'll hold a feast in great solemnity. Come, Hippolyta.
These things seem small and undistinguishable.
Methinks I see things with parted eye when everything seems the devil.
And so methinks, and I have found Demetrius, like a jewel, mine own and not mine own.
Are you sure that we are awake? It seems to me that yet we sleep, we dream. Do not you think the Duke was here and bid us follow him?
Yea, and my father.
And Hippolyta.
And bid us to go to follow him to the temple.
Why then we are awake. Let us follow him. And by the way, let us recount our dreams.
When my cue comes, call me, and I will answer. My next is most fair Pyramus. Hey ho, Peter Quince, Flute the bellows mender, Snout the tinker, Starveling, God's my life stolen hence and left me asleep. I have had a most rare vision. I have had a dream, past the wit of man to say what dream it was. Man is but an ass if he go about to expound this dream. Methought I was, there is no man can say what. Methought I was, and methought I had, but man is but a patchet fool if he will offer to say what methought I had. The eye of man hath not heard, the ear of man hath not seen. Man's hand is not able to taste, nor his tongue to conceive, nor his heart to report what my dream was. I will get Peter Quince to write a ballad of this dream, and it shall be called Bottom's Dream, because it hath no bottom. And I will sing it in the latter end of the play before the Duke. Peradventure, to make it the more gracious, I shall sing it at her death.
To Bottom's house. Is he come yet?
He cannot be heard of. Out of doubt he is transported.
If you come not forward, then the play is hard. It goes not forward, doth it?
It is not possible. You've not a man in all Athens able to discharge Pyramus but he.
No, he hath simply the best whip any handicraft man in Athens.
Yea, and the best person too. He's a very paramour for a sweet voice.
You must say paragon, a paramour is, God bless us, a thing of naught.
Masters, the Duke is coming from the temple, and there is 2 or 3 lords and ladies more married. If our sport had gone forward, we had all been made men.
Oh, sweet Bully Bottom, thus hath he lost 6 pence a day during his life. He could not escape. 6 pence a day, and the Duke could not give him. 6 pence a day for playing Pyramus, I'll be hanged. He would have deserved it. 6 pence a day, and Pyramus or nothing.
Where are these lads? Where are these hearts?
Tom! Almost courageous day, almost happy hour.
Masters, I'm to discourse wonders, but ask me not what, for if I tell you, I'm no true Athenian, but I will tell you everything right as it fell out.
Let us hear, sweet Bottom.
Not a word of me. All that I will tell you is, the Duke hath dined. Get your apparel together, good strings to your beards, new ribbons to your pumps. Every man look o'er his part, meet at the palace. For the short and the long is, our play is preferred. In any case, let Thisbe have clean linen, and let not him who plays the lion part pare his nails, for they shall hang out for the lion's claws. And most dear actors, eat no onions or garlic, for we are to utter sweet breath. And I do not doubt but to hear them say, it is a sweet comedy. No more words. Away, go away. Strange, my Theseus, that these lovers speak of.
More strange than true. I never may believe these antique fables, nor these fairy toys. Lovers and madmen have such seething brains, such shaping fantasies, that apprehend more than cool reason ever comprehends. The lunatic, the lover, and the poet are of imagination all compact. One sees more devils than vast hell can hold, that is, the madman. The lover, all as frantic, sees Helen's beauty in a brow of Egypt. The poet's eye in fine frenzy rolling, doth glance from heaven to earth, from earth to heaven, and, as imagination bodies forth the forms of things unknown, the poet's pen turns them to shapes, and gives to airy nothing a local habitation and a name. Such tricks hath strong imagination, that if it would but apprehend some joy, it comprehends some bringer of that joy, or in the night, imagining some fear, how easy is a bush supposed a bear.
But all the story of the night told over, and all their minds transfigured so together, more witnesseth than fancy's images, and grows to something of great constancy, but howsoever strange and admirable.
Here come the lovers, full of joy and mirth. Joy, gentle friends, joy and fresh days of love accompany your hearts.
More than to us. Wait in your royal walks. You're bored in your bed.
Come now, what masks, what dances shall we have to wear away this long age of 3 hours between our after supper and bedtime? Where's our usual manager of mirth? Is there no play to ease the anguish of a torturing hour? Philo straight.
Here, mighty Theseus.
Say, what abridgment have you for this evening? What revels are in hand? What masks? What music? How shall we beguile the lazy time, if not with some delight?
There's a brief how many sports are right. Make a choice of which your highness shall see first.
The rite of the tipsy bacchanals, tearing the Thracian singer in their rage. Well, none of that. That have I told my love and glory of my kinsman Hercules. The battle with the centaurs, to be sung by an Athenian eunuch to the harp. That is an old device, and it was played when I from Thebes came last a conqueror. The thrice three muses, mourning for the death of learning, late deceased in beggary. I prithee. That is some satire, keen and critical, not sorting with a nuptial ceremony. A tedious brief scene of young Pyramus and his love Thisbe. Very tragical mirth. Merry and tragical, tedious and brief, that is hot ice and wondrous strange snow. How shall we find the concord in this discord?
A play there is, my lord, some 10 words long, which is as brief as I've known a play. But by 10 words, my lord, it is too long. Which makes it tedious. For in all the play, there is not one word apt, one player fitted. And tragical, my noble lord, it is, for Pyramus therein doth kill himself. Which, when I saw rehearsed, I must confess made mine eyes water. But more merry tears the passion of loud laughter never shed.
What are they that do play it?
Hard-handed men, which work in Athens here, which never labored in their minds till now, and now have toiled their unbreathed memories with this same play against your nuptial.
And we will hear it.
No, my noble lord, it is nothing. I have heard it over, and it is not for you. It is nothing in the world, unless you can find sport in their intense, extremely stretched and conned with cruel pain to do you service.
I will hear that play, for never anything can be amiss when simpleness and duty tender it. Go, bring them in, and take your places, ladies.
I love not to see wretchedness o'ercharged, and duty in his service perishing.
Why, gentle sweet, you shall see no such thing.
He says they can do nothing in this kind.
The kind are we to give them thanks for nothing. Our sport shall be to take what they mistake, and what poor duty cannot do, noble respect takes it in might, not merit. Where I have come from, great clerks have proposed to greet me with premeditated welcomes, wherein I have seen them shiver and look pale, make periods in the midst of sentences, throttle their practiced accent in their fears, and in conclusion, dumbly have broke off, not paying me a welcome. Trust me, sweet, out of this silence yet I picked a welcome, and in the modesty of fearful duty, I read as much from the rattling tongue of saucy and audacious eloquence. Love, therefore, and tongue-tied simplicity, in least speak most to my capacity.
So please, your grace, the prologue is addressed.
Let him approach.
If we offend, it is with good will. That, you should think, we come not to offend, but with good will, to show our simple skill. That is the true beginning of our end. Consider then, we come but in despite. We do not come as minding to contest you. Our true intent is. And for your delight, we are not here. And the actors are at hand, and by the show, you shall know all that you are like to know.
This fellow doth not stand upon points.
He hath read his prologue like a rough colt, my lord. It is more, my lord. It is not enough to speak it, but to speak it true.
Indeed, he hath played on his prologue like a child on a recorder, a sound but not in government.
His speech was like a tangled chain, nothing impaired, but all disordered. Who is next?
Gentles, perchance you wonder at this show, but wonder on till truth make all things plain. This man is Pyramus, if you would know. This beauteous lady, Thisbe is certain. This man with lime and rough cast doth present wall, that vile wall which did these lovers sunder, and through wall's chink, poor souls, they are content to whisper, and at the which let no man wonder. This man with lanthorn, dog, and bush of thorn presenteth moonshine, for if you would know, by moonshine did these lovers think no scorn, to meet at Ninnis' tomb, there to woo. This grisly beast, which lion hight by name, the trusty Thisbe, coming first by night, did scare away, or rather did affright, and as she fled, her mantle she did fall, which lion vile with bloody mouth did stain. Anon comes Pyramus, sweet youth and tall, and finds his trusty Thisbe's mantle slain, whereat with bloody, blameful blade, he bravely broached his boiling bloody breast. And Thisbe, tarrying in mulberry shade, his dagger drew and died. For all the rest, let lion, moonshine, wall, and lovers twain at large discourse, while here they do remain.
I wonder if the lion be to speak.
No wonder, my lord. One lion may, when many asses do.
In this same interlude it doth befall that I, one Snout by name, present a wall, and such a wall as I would have you think that had in it a crannied hole or a chink, through which the lovers, Pyramus and Thisbe, did whisper often, very secretly. This loam, this rough cast, and the stone doth show that I am that same wall, the truth is so. This the cranny is, right and sinister, through which the fearful lovers are to whisper.
Would you desire lime and hair to speak better?
It is the wittiest partition that e'er I heard discourse, my lord.
Pyramus draws near the wall. Silence.
O grim-looked night, O night with hue so black, O night which ever art when day is not, O night, alack, 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 I fear my Thisbe's promise is forgot. And thou, O wall, O sweet, O lovely wall, thou standest between her father's ground and mine. And thou, O wall, O sweet and lovely wall, show me thy chink to blink through with mine eye. Thanks, courteous wall, Jove shield thee well for this. But what see I? No Thisbe do I see. O wicked wall, through whom I see no bliss. Cursed be thy stones for thus deceiving me.
The wall, methinks, being sensible, should curse again.
No, in truth, sir, he should not. Deceiving me is Thisbe's cue. She is to enter now, and I am to spy her through the wall. You shall see. It will fall pat as I told you. Yonder she comes.
Oh, wall, how often hast thou heard my moan? Recording my Pyramus and me. My cherry lips have often kissed thy stones. Thy stones with lime and hair knit up in thee.
I see a voice. Now will I to the chink to spy, and I can hear my Thisbe's face. Thisbe,
My love?
think what thou wilt. I'm thy lover's grace, and like Lamander am my trusty still.
And I like Helen, till the fates me kill.
Not Shaphelus to Procris was so true.
A shaftless to Procris, I to you.
Oh, kiss me through the hole of this vile wall.
Kiss the whole soul, not your lips at all.
Wilt thou at Ninny's to meet me straightway?
Hard life, tight death, I come without delay.
Thus have I, wall, my part discharged so, and thus, being done, wall, away must go.
I prithee, do you know what I was going to say? No, it's the mural down. Ah, now is the mural down between the two neighbors.
No remedy, my lord. One line. No remedy, my lord, when walls are so willful to hear without warning.
This is the silliest stuff that ever I heard.
The best in this kind are the shadows, and the worst are no worse if imagination amend them.
It must be your imagination then, and not theirs.
If we imagine no worse of them than they of themselves, they may pass for very excellent men. Here come two noble beasts in, a man and a lion.
You, ladies, you, whose gentle hearts do fear the smallest monstrous mouse that creeps on floor, may now perchance both quake and tremble here, when lion rough in wildest rage doth roar. Then know that I, when snug the joiner am, a lion fell, nor else no lion's dam. For if I should, a lion come in strife, into this place 'twere pity on my life.
A very gentle beast, of a good conscience.
The very best adult beast, my lord, that e'er I saw.
The lion is a very fox for his valor.
True, and a goose for his discretion.
Not so, my lord, for his valor cannot carry his discretion, and the fox carries the goose.
His discretion, I am sure, cannot carry his valor, for the goose carries not the fox. It is well. Leave it to his discretion, and let us listen to the moon.
This lanthorn doth the horned moon present.
He should have worn the horns on his head.
He is no crescent, and his horns are invisible within the circumference.
This lanthorn doth the horned moon present. Myself, the man I the moon do seem to be.
This is the greatest error of all the rest. He should have been put into the lanthorn. How else is it the man in the moon?
He dares not come there for the candle, for you see, it is already in snuff.
I am aweary of this moon. Would he would change.
It appears by his small light of discretion that he is in the way. But yet, in courtesy, in all reason, we must stay the time.
Proceed, Moon.
All I have to say is to tell you that this lanthorn is the moon, I, the man in the moon, this thorn bush, my thorn bush, and this dog, my dog.
Why, all these should be in the lanthorn, for all of these are in the moon. But silence, here comes Thisbe.
This is all Minnie's too. Where's my love?
Well roared, lion.
Well run, Thisbe.
Well shown, moon. Truly the moon shines with a good grace.
And well moused, lion.
And so the lion's vanished.
And then came Pyramus.
Sweet moon, I thank thee for thy sunny beams. I thank thee for shining now so bright. For by thy gracious, golden, glittering gleams, I trust to take of truest Thisbe sight. But stay, O spite! But mark, poor knight, what dreadful dole is here? Eyes, do you see? How can it be? O dainty duck, what? Stained with blood? Approach, ye furies fell. O fates, come, come, cut thread and thrum, quail, crush, conclude, and quell.
This passion and the death of a dear friend would go near to make a man look sad.
Beshrew my heart, but I pity the man.
O wherefore, nature, didst thou lions frame? Since lion vile is here deflowered, my dear, which is, no, which was the fairest dame that lived, that loved, that liked, that looked with cheer. Come, tears, confound, out sword, and wound the pap of Pyramus. I that left pap where heart doth hop. Thus die I, thus. Now am I dead, now am I fled. My soul is in the sky. Tongue, lose thy light. Moon, take thy flight. Now die.
No die, but haste for him, for he is but one.
Less than an aged man, for he is dead. He is nothing.
With the help of a surgeon, he might yet recover and prove an ass.
How chance moonshine is gone before Thisbe comes back and finds her lover?
She will find him by starlight. Here she comes, and her passion ends the play.
Methinks she should not use a long one for such appearance. I hope she would be brief.
A mote will turn the balance. Which Pyramus, which Thisbe is the better? He for a man, God warrant us. She for a woman, God bless us.
She has spied him already with those sweet eyes.
And thus she means videlicet.
Asleep, my love? Dead, my dog! Pyramus, arise! Speak! Wait, dog. Dead. A tomb must cover thy sweet eyes. These my lips, this my cherry nose. These yellow cowslip cheeks are gone. Lovers make moan. His eyes were green as leaves. Oh, sisters three, come to me. With hands as pale as milk, lay them in gore, till you have shore. With shears his thread of silk, tongue, not a word. Come, trusty sword. Come lay my breast from you, and farewell, friends. Thus Thisbe ends. Adieu. Moonshine and lion are left to bury the dead.
Aye, and wall too.
No, in truth, sir, the wall is down that part of their fathers. Will it please you to see the epilogue, or to hear a bergamasque dance between two of our company?
No epilogue, I pray you. For your play needs no excuse. Never excuse. For when the players are all dead, there needs none to be blamed. Marry, if he that had writ it had played Pyramus, and hanged himself in Thisbe's garter, it would have been a fine tragedy. And so it is, truly, and very notably discharged. But come, your Bergamask, let your epilogue alone. The iron tongue of midnight hath till 12. Lovers to bed, 'tis almost fairy time. I fear we shall outsleep the coming morn, as much this night we have overwatched. This palpable gross play hath well beguiled the heavy gate of night. Sweet friends, to bed, a fortnight hold we in this solemnity, with nightly revels and new jollity.
Now the hungry lion roars, and the wolf behowls the moon, whilst the heavy ploughman snores, all with weary task fordone. Now the wasted brands do glow, whilst the screech owl, screeching loud, puts the wretch that lives in woe in remembrance of his shroud. Now it is the time of night, that the graves all gaping wide, every one lets forth his sprite, in the churchway paths to glide. And we fairies that do run by the triple hectates team, from the presence of the sun, following darkness like a dream, now our frolic. Not a mouse shall disturb this hallowed house. I am sent with broom before to sweep the dust behind the door.
Through this house keep gathering light, by the dead and drowsy fire, every elf and fairy sprite hop as light as bird from briar.
Hand in hand with fairy grace will we sing and bless this place.
Now until the break of day, through this house each fairy stray, to the best bride bed will we, which by us is blessed be, and the issue there create, ever shall be fortunate. So shall the couples three, ever true and loving be, and the blots of nature's hand, never in their issue stand, never hair, lip, nor scar, mark prodigious such as they are, and with this field do consecrate, every fairy take his gate, and each several chamber bless, through this palace with sweet peace, and the owner of it blessed, ever shall in safety rest. Trip away, make no stay, meet me all by break of day.
If we shadows have offended, think but this, and all is mended, that you have but slumbered here, while these visions did appear. And this weekend idle theme, no more yielding, but a dream. Gentles, do not reprehend. If you pardon, we will mend. And as I am an honest puck, if we have unearned luck, now to escape the serpent's tongue, we will make amends ere long. Else the puck a liar call. So, good night unto you all. Give me your hands if we be friends, and Robin shall restore amends.